brilliant people. I'm the Budget Doctor, your go-to friend for financial literacy, systems, routines, and resources. To my returning family, what's up? And to new viewers, know that you are right where you are supposed to be. And today I want to talk to you about 2024. So obviously we know it's January. It's a few days into January. And there's just some things that we're not trying to bring into 2024. That, baggage from 2023. And today I specifically want to talk about debt. I don't want to bring that debt guilt, that, missing payment energy, that minimum payment energy, that leave it there and worry about it till I gotta worry about it energy. We're not doing that this year. Today we're gonna talk about it. Okay, so I know and you know, Christmas season, like November through December, is YOLO season. We budget, we do our best, but at the end of the day, your niece needs a gift. Your nephew just grew 2 sizes, needs new clothes. It is what it is. January and February tend to be the time where we get that reality check when our credit card statement comes in or that loan statement comes in, and we realize that we actually have to make a plan or do something. And so I'm here to make sure that your do something doesn't mean put it away in your bedside drawer. It means to actually make a plan and do something about it. Most of the thoughts and feelings that we tell ourselves around budgeting, payment, having any debt at all, those thoughts usually aren't very encouraging and actually can be quite counterproductive. It's not very motivating to beat yourself up, so we're not doing that here. Just remember that the debt is there. It's not going anywhere, whether you want to be aware of it or not, or whether you want to tackle it now or in 5 years. So I think we should just take the opportunity and get real together, right? This video is for the 2024 go-getters who want to sit in the front row in the class of life, and the ones who know that tomorrow may not be promised, but it's probably gonna show up. We're gonna wake up healthy tomorrow and someone's gotta pay these bills. So again, we're making a plan. On the journey, just remember and remind yourself that you're not alone. So many people can relate to where you are and the way you're feeling. And it's time to lift our minds from worry to action and from chaos to clarity. And let's turn those negative emotions into proactive steps. In this video, I'll tackle how to assess your current debt first, because we got to take a look at it. If you have multiple, we can stack them, figure out which you want to pay first, and then we can talk about easy ways to get started and stay consistent. And lastly, we can assess your debt, which would mean just to take a look at what you do owe and which debt you should prioritize first. And I have some quick tips to get you started. So let's dive in. But first, there's a key piece of advice, just something I want you to consider and keep in your back pocket while you go throughout this journey with me. We may not consider this, but your culture and your upbringing shape your relationship with money probably more than you'd like to admit. What if I told you that simple phrases that we all grew up with, like money doesn't grow on trees, leads to a scarcity complex in adulthood where you believe that you never have enough money, or you can never have enough money, or always running out, because money doesn't grow on trees, right? You don't realize how much these sayings and phrases rewire the way that we think. These are the ways that our environment becomes who we are. Or just considering the impact of having to contribute to a multi-generational home where your income isn't really just yours. That's one area where culture and your upbringing can definitely affect your relationship with money. Those are just 2 really brief examples, but I think we can all relate. It's crucial to reflect on your experiences, know where you came from, but remember, you don't have to stay there. Just keep it in mind as we get going. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, we can talk a little bit about assessing your debt. So assessing your current debt is the first real step towards financial freedom. It's like laying out all of the pieces of the puzzle before you start solving it. And you would think that that's just a logical way to approach it, but so many of us don't approach life very logically. So let's break down the process into simple and actionable steps. Okay, step number 1, list all your debts. Write everything down that you owe: credit cards, student loans, personal loans, along with their interest rates and minimum payment amounts. It's gonna help you with the next step. And step number 2, you're gonna wanna choose between 2 main methods of prioritizing your debt. And the first type is the Snowball method, and the second type is the Avalanche method. Okay, so with the Snowball method, we're going to want to focus on paying off the smallest debts first while paying the minimum payment on the others. So if you have a bunch of debts and you have one that's $15,000, one that's $5,000, one that's $3,000, and one that's $1,000, it would be starting with the $1,000 debt. And so this method is about quick wins, which can be really motivating. So if you're someone who thrives on motivation and on encouragement and just you need those quick wins to check off the boxes, then this is a really good method for you. It doesn't result in the maximum amount of interest saved, but again, it can be very helpful. And I'm definitely one of those people who honestly, I do need the quick wins just to keep myself going. Okay. And with the Avalanche method, we're going to prioritize debt with the highest interest rates first, regardless of the bet. So with the Avalanche method, we want to prioritize debts with the highest interest rates, regardless of what the balances are. So if we had the same debts, the $15,000, the $10,000, the $5,000, the $3,000, and the $1,000, if the $10,000 one is a 33% interest rate and the $1,000 one is an 8% interest rate, it would mean that we're always choosing the account with the highest interest rate because of the principle of the amount of interest that is being compounded each month on that loan or on that credit card. So this method actually saves you money in the long run, but it definitely requires more discipline, which is why I say if you need a lot of motivation, the Snowball is for you. Avalanche is when you're serious, you just need to get rid of these debts and you're willing to do whatever is the most efficient. So the Avalanche method is about, it's about stopping the most expensive leaks first. So at the end of the day, choose the method that best suits your motivation style. Think about whether you need quick wins for the Snowball or whether you would prefer to minimize interest costs over time with the Avalanche. And just remember that there's no one-size-fits-all answer. The best method is the one that works for you. With saying at some point you're gonna fail, so fail now, fail fast, it's because we're gonna plan for the failures. How are we going to plan for the failures, you might ask? Consistency and time. Thank you for watching this video on banishing debt in 2024, aka debt repayment strategies. Don't forget to like this video if it helped you and subscribe if you want to see more video of this nature. Remember, I do see clients one-to-one and I love speaking opportunities. So if you know any organizations that would benefit from hearing me speak about anything related to personal finance, systems, routines, life hacks, I would be happy to do it. My information will be in the description below. Thank you.